All right, let's test the strength of the rotator cuff. We're not necessarily testing stability here, we're testing strength of the rotator cuff. I realize those kind of play into each other, but same thing. Elbows on the hand, make sure that arm is relaxed. Make a fist and keep a very stiff wrist here. Push me to the ground, resist me back while pivoting on this elbow. Ready? So go ahead and push and resist back, resist back, resist back, resist back. So that's a 5. Why? Because he's a big, strong guy and he works on this a lot. But you're getting in that frontal plane and you're seeing how much resistance they actually have. It's important that they resist you on the way back. A lot of rotator cuffs can produce force and not get that eccentric. You got to know. All right, now we're going to put them up in a scapular plane. So that they got to know. Pivot here and then, my bad, pivot, push, rotate, and then resist back. Ready? Push. And then resist back, resist back, resist back. That's really good. So something that people will do here is they'll push out against you. Don't tell them that they made an error. Just say to point their elbow towards the ceiling and really try to pivot there. That's their rear delt trying to overdo the external rotation of the shoulder. And we want to test the rotator cuff, right? So come down to the side, hand on the rib, make that wrist stiff, fist, push me up, resist me down. Push and resist. So he's doing really well. And we want a little bit of space here. We want about 30 degrees of abduction to get a good look at what that shoulder is doing. So we don't want that elbow into the side. So put your fist right in the center there between the arm, the upper arm, and the rib cage. And he's going to push, resist. So from the other side, if we're coming to the other side, we're going to start frontal, elbow out to the side in the palm. Make a fist, and you want them to push you down first and resist you back up first. Push, resist. That's really good. So same thing here, pivoting here, push, resist. Go for it. Resist, 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 resist. Good. Then we're going to do the same thing here. Hand on the inside, their hand on the rib, push, resist. Go for it. And resist, resist, resist. Okay? If they show a lot of strength here, you give them a 5. If they show hardly any strength here, you give them a 1, and then write little notes off to the side because there's a lot of things going on here. How did they compensate? Were they great and eccentric but poor and concentric? Or what happened? Give a little story, not maybe a little story, but give a little tidbit, little note to yourself on the strength of the rotator cuff.